Today is Father's Day, and we've got a number of testimonies by our young people and people in the church. Now, our focus for Father's Day today is about our earthly fathers who have been a role model to us. Now, we know that our earthly fathers, they are not perfect, but God has brought them into our lives for a reason. And the other focus of our testimony is the Father heart of God, about our Heavenly Father. Now, we have a perfect Heavenly Father, and we also want to have testimonies from our people about our Heavenly Father and how our Heavenly Father has been gracious, compassionate, loving towards us. So sit back and enjoy testimonies from two perspectives: our earthly fathers as well as our Heavenly Fathers.
Hi everyone, I am Jia Ilani and I am a missionary with YWAM for the last 15 years, and I run a ministry called Beloved Hearts, focusing on bringing in the Father Heart revelation to women and children at risk and marginalized women and children specifically. As Father's Day is approaching, I would like to just share a little bit of some of the things that he has revealed to me in forms of pictures of his heart towards us as his children. One of the things that I get to do when I am just enjoying being a little girl, nothing to do with work, nothing to do with what I can do, because I cannot do anything for God. We cannot do anything for God. We can only focus on who we are in Him, and what we do is an overflow of who we are. He has revealed to me this question: does what you do define who you are, or does who you are define what you do? Most of the time, we focus on what we do that defines who we are. We're lawyers, we're doctors, we're nurses, we're teachers, we're educators, we are missionaries, pastors even, but that's not really who we are. That is what we do, and what we do is an overflow of who we are. So as I work with women coming out of the trafficking industry, people coming out from the refugee camps, slums, we reveal to them the heart of the Father that shows them their true identity, and their original design is not in the things that they think they have done, or the things that is expected of the world for them to do. What you do does not define who you are. Prostitution, being a slum kid, all of those things do not define who you are. Even our careers do not define who we are. As we strip off those titles that we place on ourselves that give us so much of our identity, can we be free to be a little boy and a little girl, to sit in the Father's embrace freely, walking in the freedom of sons and daughters? I will be showing you two of these pictures that I got to paint as I have been processing my free time with him and processing who I am in him. A couple of years ago, I was inspired to work with charcoal dust and ashes. Charcoal dust and ashes to me remind me of how God created Adam through dust. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes, yet beauty arises from ashes. We've heard all these sayings, and we know that God created Adam with dust and then breathed life into his nostrils. So I was inspired to paint with dust, as I was reminded of dying to our flesh, dying to our own ways of life, and thinking of acceptance and approval of this world, and focusing on the acceptance and approval that Father has for us. He then showed me that this dust and ashes that I create with represents like a form of darkness. As I put that ash on the paper, the color, the white that comes out to bring forth the painting has been me using a negative method of taking out the dust of the paper, bringing forth the light of the paper as the picture comes forth. And that represents that darkness is nothing but the absence of light. The light of the paper was always there. And as we put on the darkness and we pull forth the white of the paper, the true image and design comes forth, which is our original design. As I've been inspired by that, these are two pieces that represents the Father's heart for us that I'd like to share with you. The first piece is called Papa's Embrace. Hear him say, "I love you." In this picture, the hand that's right in the center of the paper represents the Father's hand, and all these little hands, all these hands that are in different sizes, different colors, different shapes, represents people coming from all parts of the world. Your identity is not based on your age, your gender, your size, your marital status. Your identity is in Him, and that through all these hands coming from different backgrounds, touching Him, all they need is the embrace of a Father to receive their true identity. This picture of the hands together is formed in a shape of a prayer, and that prayer is in the center of all the darkness around the paper. It reminded me that our prayer is not so much to push and push and push for God to do something for us, but to actually allow ourselves to be fathered by Him, for us to have a touch of the Father, and that as we have that, we walk in the freedom of sons and daughters. The second picture that I'm showing here is a picture of a baby resting in these big hands, and it looks as though the baby is premature, but actually it's still being molded. It's in a resting phase. It's in a waiting process, and that as much as we are adults, we can sit and wait. Waiting is the hardest thing sometimes to do, even with what's going on in our world today. Sitting and waiting on Him, waiting to learn to trust our Maker is so hard. But in this picture, it shows us how much the baby is so much at peace. And this piece is titled Blueprint. The blueprint of God is when we can truly rest in knowing that He is molding us, and that the baby has His fingerprints all over it, and we can be coming to Him just like those little babies, waiting for our conception phase to be over, waiting for Him to reveal to us what His plans for us is, plans to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us a hope and a future. So I would just like to say that as we approach Father's Day, we thank God for all the fathers and that He's given us around the world, but we also thank Father for giving us His only begotten Son, that through Him we may come to the Father, that through Him we may have the exact same relationship that Jesus had with the Father, and that we as His children have been given the authority to walk in freedom of sons and daughters.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. I have 5 things to say about my father. My father loves me. My father buys everything I want, especially pony toys that I like to buy in every country that we go to. He's never tired to make me happy. My dad is the man, and my dad is my hero. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Namaste, Nenu Murligar myself Anita. Happy Father's Day. Today I want to share a few words about my father Murli with all of you by the blessings of God. My father did too much hard work for my family. Still now he do that. Just he wants my future with bright. He can do anything for that. He came Singapore for my bright future. He faced so many problems at there. SAIF family helps to my father each and every step. I'm so happy for that. I have so many dreams to spend time with my father. He encourages me at every time in my failure. He gave too much support to me. He treats me not only a daughter like his mother also. I am very lucky because I had a father like God. Because I am very lucky. I hope God bless always my family. Happy Father.
Jesus will remember you on Father's Day because you teach us how to pray in the Lord's Prayer. it starts with our Father who art in heaven. In many of our prayers, we refer to God, refer to you as Abba Father, our Heavenly Father. So in this day and in this time, I would like to remember you, God, because you have been an amazing Father to me, and I learn how to be a better father when I look at you. To everyone out there, Happy Father's Day.
Go.
Happy Father's Day to all over the world. My name is Singh Sandhu. I want to speak about my dad today. He is adventurous. My dad loves me and cares for me. He is strong as a lion. My dad is the king. My dad always helps me when I'm in trouble. He's my hero. Thank you. Bye.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. I love you. Happy Father's Day. I love you. Thank you, Papa, for loving me, and thank you, Papa, for taking care of me. Love you.
My father and I have a very special relationship. It's because I'm his only daughter and he has 3 sons. So he confides in me a lot and I confide in him. And we are very open to each other. I admire and respect my dad because he's a very generous man and he puts the family's interest first above his own. I love you, Papa. Happy Father's Day.
Our Heavenly Father is our provider and our protector. Our Heavenly Father loves us and cares for us.
He has unconditional love for us and his love knows no bounds. We are privileged to be called his children.
Hi, Dad. Today we want to say a few words to show that we appreciate you.
Thank you for being so caring and hospitable.
Thank you for always providing for us and ensuring that there's an abundance of provision. We love you and wishing you a very happy Father's Day.
And I love my daddy. Then now I'll tell you the member viewers. See, the member viewers is to phone tonight. See, this not the member viewer. This the member viewer. The member viewers, you see, God love you. That's the member viewers. And you know that it's God love you. Yeah, I see. And I made a card. This is the card for you. But it's half done. And tomorrow I'll do it. Hello everybody, my name is Nathan. Happy Father's Day. It's Father's Day tomorrow. I thank God for such a beautiful father and my father is recording this video. I thank God that he helps me in my troubles, in writing or spellings. I thank God that he gives me a treat every day. The treat is gummy candies. I love him. I love him so much that I made this card for him. It says, I love you, Daddy. From Nathan Lakra to Daddy. You are okay, Daddy. And why are you okay, Daddy? Because his temperature is okay. And here, wow, you are the best dad. And here, my dad. Stars. My dad, then go here. Star, smiley, and a heart.
Happy Father's Day to all of you. I would like to share a few things about my earthly father. He's a very kind, very generous, very giving man. And God has blessed him with the gift of teaching. And he blessed many children, many underprivileged children, those who cannot afford tuitions or some who cannot even afford to go to school. He used that gift to teach them without any charge. And he even supported some children. Some children even stayed at our home. He used to buy them uniform, pay their school fees and teach them. So I'm very thankful that God had given me a wonderful father, and I learned so much from him. And he has a real passion about teaching. So I want to thank God for that. And I love my father. It's so wonderful that we have a Heavenly Father who loves us so much, who never leaves us nor forsakes us. We love him because he loved us first. And we got a glimpse of his love when we became parents. And God's love is deeper than that. He gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes on him shall not perish but have an everlasting life. It's so wonderful. His plans are good for us. And let's rejoice that we have a Heavenly Father who loves us so much.